Hello and welcome to the second week in the month of October. Sorry, November rather. My name is Favor Ovieloba and this is Matters on Ground. Like you already know, technology is advancing at an unprecedented rate, and today on the program we're looking at how we can use technology to solve problems and make decisions. I have my co-host in the studio and a guest. We'll go on a quick break now. When we return, I'll introduce them. Welcome back. Our topic today is problem solving in technology. Now I have my co-host Osasogie and a guest. Our guest is a Google certified digital marketer and an entrepreneur. Please join us. Welcome, Mr. Paul Okodua. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning, Sasogie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, before we dive into the conversation, just give us a brief background about yourself, introduction, and how you got into digital marketing and the tech world in general.
Okay, my name is Paul, like you rightfully know. I'm a growth analyst. I am a growth strategist. So I help tech startups mostly with their growth trajectory. Lots of tech startups are now really growing, and so people just get a launch product and they find it very difficult to scale it into the market. So what we do, we go there, we look at the product they've launched, and we help them to create a path. Find that path where they can grow into probably becoming a company that has that's funded, or a company with a lot of paying customers. And so that's basically what I do for most startups. We do this by planning their content strategy, go-to-market strategy, not just like strategy in terms of documents upon documents upon documents. Things have changed these days. You get to use data to make a whole lot of decisions. So these are strategy that comes as a result of the type of data that this company is producing and the type of data we're seeing on the internet. So that's basically what I've been doing for lots of companies. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So like Favor said earlier, our topic for today is problem solving in the world of technology. Can you just help us understand what it means, what problem solving means in technology?
Okay. For me, if you look everywhere, everywhere you go, you see problems. Everywhere you go, there's problem with the traffic light. There is problem with your shoes. There's problem everywhere. But when you put in technology inside of it, you're looking for that way that you can solve things that are problems that have this repeating pattern, and now you can use technology to automate it. So normally, let's say when you were probably growing up, if you want to send a parcel, you have to go to the post office to do it. But now, if you want to send a parcel, you do not have to. The tech might be somebody coming to your house to come pick it, so you can use that time for something else, or you just simply send an email. So that same parcel, you can attach a file, you can send an email. So for me, problem solving is looking for a way that you can use tech to automate what you do naturally. There are a lot of things that you do naturally that you can use tech to automate. For example, if you send an email every day by 8 o'clock, you can actually use tech to do it. If you send a WhatsApp broadcast message maybe 3 times in a week, you can actually use probably a few scripts of Python to just do that, and that will save you a whole lot of time. If there's something in your probably in your business that you always like, I do this every day, every blessed day, I'm always doing this, or probably there's this part of my department that's always doing this type of stuff. Trust me, you can use technology. You can think of it like, what's the process for me? How do I go about doing this thing every day? Then you can use tech, to just probably, it might be coding, it might just be a spreadsheet, it might just be a Google Doc, and you can use that to automate those set of problems. So for me, problem solving with tech is just about automating something that is always repeating all the time.
Like you said, we use technology every day of our lives now. We do everything, and it's advancing now. If a person wants to go into technology, into the tech industry, how easy or difficult would you say it is? Someone that has no experience in the tech world.
Okay. I think it's very easy. Very easy. It really depends on a lot of this type of perception that people have. I'm wearing the glass. I'm not wearing the glass because I'm a nerd. I'm wearing it because it's protecting my eyes. That's the reason why I'm wearing it. So the time in school, the brilliant kids are always wearing glasses. So
that was the stereotype.
Yeah, they're always wearing glasses. So once you see a child wearing glasses, you'll be like, man, this child is a brainiac. Yeah. So, but that's something that a perception that people have, brought into the tech industry. That for me to be a techie or for me to know anything about tech, I have to be some sort of, I have to be so brilliant. I have to be able to crunch codes. But really, things have changed. It's not as difficult. At any point in your life, there's always one part of tech that you can really, really fit in. You don't really have to be this person who just wake up at night and write codes all day. You don't have to.
Okay.
And besides, if you want to build products, there are several ways you can build products. So I think for me, if you want to get into tech, think of your own personal ability, think of what you currently do, and find a path in tech that really suits that personal ability.
Okay.
Say you like administration. Say you like to write stuff. You could be a product manager. To be a product manager, you really do not need to write code. You just need to know how things flow from one person to another. If you're somebody who's very observant, you can be a tester, a product tester. It's just like, just the same way you take care of your phone, you'll be like, man, this app is not good. Same thing. People can pay you for just doing that, just taking the app and bringing out your pen and just documenting it and saying, oh, I think there's a bug here. I think there's a bug here. So getting into tech, it's not difficult like the way it used to be. Building applications or building your websites or your launching products is not as difficult as it used to be. All you just have to do is find that part in tech that your normal day-to-day lifestyle can fit and just get into it.
Yes. Okay, so earlier you mentioned helping startups with strategies. Yeah. So how do startups inculcate all of this? Like, what are the strategies? What are the steps that you show them?
Okay. First of all, I would say that lots of startups are building product the wrong way. So let's just say you're going to Lagos and you instead of going to the road that leads to Lagos, you go through the one that leads to Abuja. So you never ever get there. So when a lot of startups are building their product, they start from, I have an idea, so I'll build the product. So if I build the product, people are going to come. But meanwhile, it's supposed to be the reverse. People should come. You have an idea, people should come. Then you build the product from those persons who come. So what we help them do, we have to re-engineer the whole product cycle to take it back to the way it's supposed to be. Say, hey, you don't have to build a product because you think you like a product. A lot of time, you could own a house and just fall in love with it. And even when people tell you, like, move to a better area, you say, no, I'm in love with this path. I don't want to go. So what we do for them is we take it back to the beginning and show you via data and say, hey, this thing that you're designing, it doesn't make sense. I mean, why do you want to design something that people don't have use for? Yeah. So the general process we'll take you through will, first of all, look for people who have a problem. Look for that problem. Now, not looking for this wide problem that the whole of Nigeria have or the whole of Africa have, but look for a problem that probably this problem is faced by marketers in the bank, or probably this problem is faced by TV personalities like you, or probably by Ned. Just this set of people that have this particular problem, because we know if it's a problem for them, they'll be willing to pay for it. Yes. So when we find those persons, we then go into interview, talk to them, amplify the problem a whole lot more, see how we can solve that problem a whole lot more. Then we'll build a product that fits their own lifestyle, not a product that fits our lifestyle, not a product that fits our thinking, but a product that fits their lifestyle. And then we then look for where they gather. Because irrespective of the niche you are, there's this place where you always gather. I mean, if you're a broadcaster, there's this place where you guys gather. So we'll go there and tell them about the product. It could be in writing, it could be via social media, it could be anywhere, but we just go there and tell you about the product. And it doesn't just stop there. After telling you, we see how you react. We see if you use the product, we see if you pay for it. And if you pay for it, we charge you, we keep on making corrections, keep on making iterations, data-driven iterations. So that's just the basics of what we do. Though there are a lot of things that go into this, but that's just the basics.
Okay, so now you talked about building tech products. So let me ask, how do you build these tech products? How do you source for them? How do you build them?
Okay, there are lots of technologies available these days to build tech products. Before now, you have to code. You have to, the first thing people say, hey, go learn how to code. Go do Python or go do, but now there are low code or no code tools. So there are different routes to go into the tech industry. If you want to go like the difficult route, you just go learn how to code very, very well if you want to build tech product. But if you maybe you want to get into the tech industry for like 2 months, 1 month, just go pick any of these low-code tools or no-code tools. For example, I want to launch a product tomorrow. I could easily use a tool like WordPress to do so. WordPress is a content management system that allows you to build a whole lot of stuff. You could build a marketplace, you could build a membership site, or probably I'm a lot more tech-oriented. I could use a tool called Webflow. Webflow allows you to build startup product as fast as possible. Or say I want to build an app, I want to build a mobile app, and I don't want to code. Probably I'm this busy person. I could use a tool like Adalo to build it. I could use a tool like Glide. So there are lots of tools that you can just drag and drop. You know, just the way you arrange, just the way you make your bed. You have to put the pillow somewhere, the chair somewhere. Same way you can build a product these days. All you have to do is to have an idea, have a clear idea of saying, hey, I want to build this product, and I'm going to, this is the way I want the product to be. So you don't go there and start, just build the way as it's coming. But first of all, you might probably take a pen and just lay out all the way you want the product to be. And you just go ahead, go online, search for no-code tools, and you'll be able to build it in rocket time. You will.
So let's talk about digital marketing a little bit, because nowadays everybody has an online store.
Definitely,
yes.
definitely.
So can you tell us how we can harness digital marketing skills? Because like I said, everybody has an online market, but not everybody knows how to actually promote or sell what it is that they're actually selling in that digital platform. So can you tell us a little bit about digital marketing?
Yeah, sure. For people who have products, one thing that we always tell people: don't do things because other persons are doing it.
Okay.
Don't just go put your product on Instagram because other persons are putting their product there. Or don't go ahead and use Facebook because other persons are using it. First of all, just think of, hey, what am I really selling? What am I selling, and who am I selling to? Okay. That's the most important question you can ask yourself. I am selling, if I'm selling things that are, photo-oriented, that picture-oriented, I think, okay, Instagram or TikTok is going to be my choice place. But if I'm selling stuff to professionals, I'll be like, no, I'm going to go to LinkedIn, because that's where professionals gather. And so if I'm selling things that people have to ask questions, they need to ask questions before they buy. Like, what's the cost of this apartment? Like, how do I travel from here to Lagos? Like, people need to learn before they learn. So then I wouldn't bother going to Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. I'll just go straight up to Google search. Okay. Because everybody who goes to Google search, they want to buy, but they need to know first before they buy. Okay. And also, if I'm doing like maybe company to company, probably I'm a business and I'm selling to a business, I want to just stay with Google search and not go to any other place, because business people hardly have time for their phones. They're always on their PC and they're always searching, how do I do this? How do I hit this goal? How do I hit that? So the first thing, like I said, is knowing what you're selling and who you're selling it to. Okay. Then when you know this, you go ahead and choose the medium that you want to really, really use. One mistake that a lot of persons make is they choose like 5 mediums at the same time. No. So I'm doing LinkedIn, I'm doing Instagram, I'm doing Facebook. So at the end of the day, you just get tired. You get tired of doing all of it. You're not consistent in any of them. So if you're doing LinkedIn, if you decide that your core audience are on Instagram, you want to stay there for as long as possible. You want to make it dry. You want to be known. You want to be this person who's on Instagram who solved this particular problem. Okay. And the way to sell these days, it's not like putting the product in people's faces. You want to educate. If I sell, let's say an average person on Instagram would sell wig or wearables. If I sell wearables, I don't want to go put it on people on my visitors' face and say, hey, come and buy $250, $50, come and buy. I want to teach them, how do you wear a wig? I want to teach you what's the right wig for the right dress. Okay. I want to teach you what type of wig should you wear at a particular occasion. Okay. So if I teach you that, you then see me as somebody you can trust. And then when you see me as a person I can trust, if I charge you any amount, you'll pay me because you now trust me. Yeah. So, but when you do it the other way around, people just be like, I think this guy is a scam. But it's, when you're fighting, you do it like boxers will say left jab, right jab, then you go for the knockout, right? Okay. Same thing with marketing. You teach and teach and teach, and then when they trust you, like, pay me my money. So that's when they pay you. Yeah. So that's the way businesses can go for it because it's changed. It's no longer marketing as usual. You run Google Ads doesn't mean people will come. But now you teach people because there's too many persons doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yes,
you teach people, people see you as that authority in that space, then they will pay you as much money as possible.
Yeah, you talked about, for digital marketing, you talked about not putting your business in so many platforms. You choose one that fits your business for a start. Now, I think people put their businesses on so many platforms because they want visibility, they want more audience. Don't you think that's one of the reasons, and it helps to sell your business faster if you put them in different platforms to have different audience?
It's a problem actually. The fact that you're putting your business on all platforms, and if you're an SME, like you're earning like less than 50 million in a year, your budget is very low. You can't be like Coke or you can't be like Guinness that throws like a marketing budget of like $1 billion every month. You can't be like those persons. Those persons can afford to put their adverts on all the platforms. But you, as a business that whose marketing, you have a very low budget, you want to focus on a particular channel. The particular channel, this is the channel I'm going to use, and this is where we're going to, focus on for this period of time. And when we're done getting this type of result, then we can move to another channel. If you look at some brands that are doing well, they don't really focus on all the channels. They use one channel for, say, customer service, and they use one channel for product sales. They don't really focus on all the channels. So for me, it's you'll be doing yourself a dissatisfaction if you throw all your resources on all this channel. So look for a channel that sells your product very well, educate the audience, make it dry as hard as possible. Just keep going and keep going. Trust me, social media is not disappearing anytime soon, so it's just better for you to be focused. I mean, it's just, if you're just imagine like a tree now, you're using your arms to cut every side of the tree like this. It's not going to fall down anytime soon. But if you're using your arms to hit just one spot, so that's the focus, isn't it? Just one spot, it's going to fall down as fast as possible.
Okay. So quickly, what impact has IT made on the society generally?
Jesus Christ. That's a whole lot. I mean, you can't begin to imagine how life would have been without IT. Just imagine if you're here right now, you're able to do your online mathematics very well. You could sell to clients in France, you could sell to clients in Europe, you could sell to clients in America, anywhere you want to. So one thing that IT has done, it just brings everybody together in one place. Everyone in one place. I mean, you can think of a problem you want to solve from your room, and somebody in the UK is begging you, please, can I use that solution? Because you don't, it has brought a lot of opportunities that the barrier of entry, it's very, very low now. The chances of you becoming more successful, the chances of you learning something new, instead of going to the university, you could do YouTube, you could do Skillshare, you could do any of those stuff. So for me, IT has caused tremendous change in the society, and it will continue to do so. Young people cannot do more than they wish for. I mean, even adults, people who are of age can now, get into the IT space, cause a change, and it's so easy for you to cause change these days, for you to change stuff in your organization, change stuff in your own personal life, just with IT.
But it also has its own downside, because now we see people in their room 24/7 on their laptops working. We don't have this human interaction anymore. Don't you think technology so far is bringing more of downside than the upsides for us?
Okay, I wouldn't say it's bringing more of a downside than the upside. I think it's just, as a person or as a company, they have to be this balance. Even I myself, I work from home. I have a home office, so I spend a lot of time. Sometimes a week I don't even go out, and sometimes I just crave that I want to go out. I want to talk to somebody. So I think there have to be a balance for us as individuals or as a society. Allow people to a place where people can also, just stop work. I think employees also have to stop putting too much pressure, because once you see that to-do list, you see that list of tasks that you have to do every day, until you finish marking everything for that day, you're not going anywhere, because your employer will just, come and, rain down on you that day. So I think people are becoming prosperous, yet people should be, educated to say, hey, this computer is not the only thing you can do in this life, Get out, go have some fun, go talk to other people, go do something else. So it's just about education for me. If people are well educated, then things will change.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for
Finally,
coming.
before we go, just give us a few steps, like key pointers to, especially for startups, how they can harness all the potentials that technology or information technology has to offer.
Okay, I think the key thing, number one thing is just find a problem that is worth solving and solve it.
All right.
That's the
Thank
key
you.
thing.
Thank
Yeah.
you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you very much
Yes,
for
it has
coming.
been a beautiful conversation right here at TSL Nigeria Studios. This is how we wrap up our conversation for today. If you enjoyed it, do leave a comment down at the comment section and follow us across all our social media platforms at TSL Nigeria TV. My name is Usasoge Ibe. Do have a lovely rest of the day.
Stay connected to TSL Nigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSL Nigeria Space TV and join our online family.